Merry Meet Witches, Graybeard Crowfather here on our Intro to Wicca video series, and this is the Friday night video. Tonight I'm going to be talking about a couple things, grounding and casting the circle. Hopefully you had enough time to try to squeeze in that homework that I had for you the other night, which was to actually go ahead and, what did I tell you about? Oh, yeah, initiation and dedication. I'm sorry, it totally slipped my mind. If you were able to do that in that short amount of time, great. Let me know how that worked out for you. If you haven't done it yet, don't worry about it. You'll get to that when you're ready for it. So, moving on. All right, so grounding. Grounding is going to be something that you're going to want to do because it does tend to set the atmosphere for when you're going to do ritual or spell work, or if you just need to get rid of all that negative energy that's been around you all day. You've had a crappy day at work or something like that, or at school, or whatever the case may be, and it's just like there's pressure on you. So grounding is a good way to get rid of all that, and also to get yourself prepped for any ritual or spell work. Now, you can ask 10 Wiccans about grounding, and you'll get 20 different answers. That's the way it is with anything that you're going to ask a Wiccan. People have different ways of doing things. I just kind of give you a basic overview of how to ground and doing the circle casting. This is all up to you to actually figure out the best way that works for your own way. So a lot of people don't actually do it. It's not necessary. I tend to think that it adds a little bit more extra oomph or power to whatever it is you're going to be doing as far as like ritual and spell work is concerned. So you can look up and research different ways of grounding. I find that when you're just learning about Wicca and getting the beginnings and just starting to find out different things about Wicca, I try to give a basic and easy to follow way of grounding yourself. So I'm going to give you my interpretation of what I tell and teach new people when it comes to grounding. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest techniques. You can get very complicated if you want, but this is a pretty simple one. So to ground yourself, you can sit down on the floor or in the woods or in your sacred space if you're getting ready to do spell work. You can cross your legs if you wish. You can keep them straight out in front of you. You can have them with your knees bunched up in front of you. Whatever way you feel the most comfortable is the way that you'll want to do it. Again, this is totally up to you on how to do it. If you wish, you can put your hands, have them like fold up in front of you, or you can just have them sitting in your lap. If you want, you can put your hands with the palms of your hands on the ground. Again, it's all personal comfort, so however you choose to do it is totally up to you. Close your eyes and then visualize from where your legs are like a tree. Visualize roots reaching out from your legs down into the ground. So like say your body's here, so you want to kind of have those roots going deep into the ground. Visualize them to get deep below, feeling down into the earth. Once you visualize that, then feel all the negative energy draining from your body, starting from your head down, going slowly down through your body, through your torso, from your arms inward and down, and then down to your legs, and then out of your legs, down those roots into the ground. Let that ground suck that negative energy out of you. You'll feel it draining. Then after you've actually that negative energy, then do a reversal. Take and feel that positive energy being drawn into the roots, and have that come up through the roots into your legs, and then up through your torso, out your arms, and then up into your head. You'll feel that positive energy coming into you, and after you have drained that negative energy, and you'll feel a lot more empowered for ritual wise, and you'll feel a lot better if you just, grounding yourself to get rid of the negative garbage from your day. It does take a few times practicing to do this. I would also recommend that as you're doing it too, concentrate on your breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Do that a few times, and you'll actually feel that negativity just fade away. Again, as I said, it does take a little bit of practice, so you may have to do it, 5-6 times before you really, really get the hang of it. The main components of that are visualize, get those roots planted, the breathing, and that negative energy coming off of you and the positive energy coming in. At some point in time, you may develop your own process, which is fine. Again, this is all for your own benefit. I'm just giving you kind of like a blueprint of what to do and how to do it. So if you're going to do spell work after that, go ahead and do it, and you'll be ready. Now, the next section is casting the circle. As I said before, ask 10 Wiccans, get 20 answers. I think this is just the easiest way to, get a blueprint of how you can start to learn how to cast a circle. Again, depending on where you're at, if you're in your sacred space, or if you're near your altar, or if you're just out in the woods performing a ritual, what I like to do is tell people, okay, so envision this like power, like a globe, a circle of glowing energy that's emanating from within your chest. And then what you want to do is visualize this circle, a globe, starting to emanate outward and outward and outward, and see that energy globe circle go outward and outward. You can get it to go as high as you wish if you only want it to, say, 5-6 feet above your head and out in front of you 5-6 feet. If you want it to reach the sky or down into the earth, that's totally up to you. It's all in the visualization of how you want it to be. Remember, this is pure energy. This circle is that you're casting is to keep negative energy out and to prevent anything from interrupting or causing a problem with whatever ritual or spell that you're going to be attempting. Now, the process, again, is to get that to go out. Some people, as they're visualizing this circle being cast about, you can move to the different directions, the northeast, south, and west. You can call the elements if you wish. When I'm running a ritual and we're casting the circle, I do call the elements. There is a specific chant that I use, and you've probably seen it or heard it in the prior videos. That's totally up to you. You can chant and call the elements if you wish. You can call the goddess and the god to lend their strength to enforce, reinforce that circle as you're casting that circle. Again, this is totally up to you. I'm just kind of giving, like I said, the basics and the blueprint. So, if you wish to spin around as you're casting, go right ahead. Stick your arm out, hand out. If you have a tool like an athame or a wand, use that. Close your eyes and envision the circle being, put up around you. Once you're comfortable with it, just stop. Do whatever it is that you were going to do with spell work, ritual, or just, make a better connection with the goddess and the god. It's totally whatever you need it for. I think that when you're doing your circle, it's best to just, use what works for you. There's no one specific way that you need to do it or you have to do it. So find what works for you. Once you're done with whatever it is that you were doing that you need to cast the circle for, visualize that circle. If you had it going all the way up to the sky, visualize that circle starting to come down and then collapse and then disappear. If you did do it where you're chanting the elements, you can chant the elements in reverse from the way you cast them. If you did go around in a circle, go in the reverse direction to bring it down. Just visualize it until it's gone, and then the circle will be open. You can thank the goddess and the god if you did call them to reinforce your circle and let them know you appreciate that they were there to help you cast that circle. Again, this is not the end-all be-all way of doing it. It's done multiple different ways depending on how you're learning. If you're in a specific tradition, they may have you do it in a specific way. If you're on your own, it's totally up to you. All right, so that's the basics of in-depth of going over the grounding and the casting the circle. So for homework tonight, shoot, I just wanted to go over one thing real quick before I tell you the homework. So some people tend to do one before the other. That's totally up to you. If you want to ground yourself first, then cast the circle, by all means do so. If you feel more comfortable casting the circle and then grounding, by all means do so. Whatever is going to work for you. This is your process. It's not the end all be all. So homework. So during between this video and the next, if possible, can go ahead and do a grounding if you want, and then cast a circle. You don't have to do any ritual, but try it. See how it feels for you. Or if you want to do it in reverse, cast the circle first, then ground yourself. Do it in the way that you feel works for you. Whatever way. If you don't want to say anything, close your eyes and visualize everything. Do it, like I said, as it works for you. It's your process. You're going to be doing this for the entire time that you're practicing, so if it works for you, great. That's all I have for tonight. Until the next video, this is Graybeard Crowfather. Blessed be, everybody.